To tell you the truth, when Samsung announced the 7.7-inch Galaxy Tab, we all thought that this would be the successor to the original Tab. But still, here it comes, a true 7-inch tablet by Samsung, for those of you who would rather prefer to have a tablet which is as compact and as comfortable to carry around as possible. So what improvements does the Samsung Galaxy Tab 7.0 Plus bring compared to its predecessor? Well, first of all, it is completely redesigned and is now significantly thinner. But the biggest improvement is found with the software installed on the device, which is now Android Honeycomb, Google's tablet-optimized operating system, instead of Froyo. Overall, the device feels fine in the hand. It's entirely made of plastic, but it still is solidly built. And in terms of looks, it is nothing spectacular. It's not bad, but it doesn't bring anything new to the table, really. The display is not a Super AMOLED Plus. Instead, Samsung has opted to use its PLS LCD technology, which is still quite good. Colors are nice, and it still presents us with some decent viewing angles, although these are not as good as on an AMOLED screen. The resolution of the display is 600 by 1024 pixels, which is more than enough for the interface throughout the device. Everything is clearly visible, but still we feel that we could use a bit more of a resolution when, for example, surfing in the web browser, where smaller and smaller texts are predominantly available. The interesting stuff around the device: on the left side we find the micro SD card slot, as well as a SIM card slot, which is used for 3G connectivity with the device, as well as the ability to make phone calls. The interesting thing on the right side is the infrared port, and on the back we have a 3-megapixel camera with an LED flash. The Samsung Galaxy Tab 7.0 Plus is running the Android Honeycomb operating system. On top of it, Samsung has layered its TouchWiz UX user interface, which serves to first, of course, differentiate the product from the competition, and second, to make it seem a bit more open to the general audience and not just to the hardcore fans of tablets who would rather stick to the more futuristic looks of the stock Honeycomb UI. So once again, you have your multiple home screen pages on your desktop here, on which you can place shortcuts to all of your apps. You can place various widgets. The nice thing about the TouchWiz user interface is that it lets you resize widgets very easily like that. On the home screen you can also place some other stuff like shortcuts to email accounts or different contacts. There are some additional features coming with the TouchWiz UX interface on this tablet. For example, if you click on this little arrow key here, this is the mini apps tray which comes on top. And these mini apps you can summon from pretty much anywhere around the interface. You can be in the web browser, you can be looking at your calendar, and at any time you can bring these mini apps here and open them. As you can see, these are some basic functions that you might need at any point of your experience with the tablet. For example, there is a task manager, a calendar, a pen memo, say you want to quickly draw something, and you have a calculator which would let you calculate something very quickly. And this is how they look like. They come up on top of everything else, and you can also move them around like windows. Whoops. Like that. So this is not really significant added value here, but as long as these don't bog down the interface, we're fine with them. By clicking on this apps key here, you get your application menu where all of your apps are stored. So let's now turn our attention to the web browser. As you can see, this is the Honeycomb web browser, and we have these tabs here on top of it. This is Google, which is open now in the browser, so let's create a new tab and go to PhoneArena.com. As a whole, the browser is very usable, scrolling is very smooth, and you can also do pinch to zoom and double tap to zoom. What we really like about this browser is that the Flash player runs really well. If you are a heavy social networking user, you'll be pleased to find that Samsung has installed its Social Hub application. What it does is to aggregate all of your social feeds as well as text messages and email into a single app, which would let you follow all of your social activities more easily. It also comes with a widget for your home screen, where you again get this aggregated view of your feeds. The Gallery application is your standard affair. Of course, as we said, the screen is not AMOLED based, so there are not oversaturated colors with great contrast levels, but still it is good enough in order to let you enjoy your favorite photos. When it comes to email, the Samsung Galaxy Tab 7.0 Plus comes with both the Gmail app and the Samsung Email application. Both of these work very well, but unfortunately when it comes to email composition, we gotta say that using the on-screen QWERTY keyboard of the 7.0 Plus is not the most comfortable experience. In landscape mode, obviously the keys are too small to allow you for quick typing. And when we switch it to portrait view, you can of course thump your messages like that, like on a standard smartphone keyboard. But the trouble is that the device's upper part is a bit heavier than it should be, and again, holding the device and typing like that is not a very comfortable experience. All in all, the Samsung Galaxy Tab 7.0 Plus is a decent tablet. Our biggest problem with it is that it doesn't bring anything new to the table. It's just more of the same in a slightly different, smaller form factor. And when it finally hits the shelves later this year, it will face some tough competition from devices such as the BlackBerry Playbook, the HTC Flyer, and more importantly the Amazon Kindle Fire, which is having more and more hype built around it already. So when these two become available later this year, we guess that pricing will play a really major part in determining whether or not there will be market success for the Samsung Galaxy Tab 7.0 Plus. This was Ray with PhoneArena doing a video preview of the Samsung Galaxy Tab 7.0 Plus. For more details, you can always check us out at PhoneArena.com.